So, welcome back to Ships at Sea. In our last adventure, we left ourselves with 35,000. We needed to earn another 30 grand so that we could buy the fishing boat with some upgrades. And we managed to get 70,000, and I actually did it really quick. So basically, for the cargo jobs, I've been going around these areas. And after I stopped recording the last one, I went from Rost down to Ling. Then Ling was nice enough to give me a couple to go up to Koroya. Then Koroya gave me a cargo job to drop off at Ling, on my way through to drop off 2 at Beta. Then from Beta I managed to get 1 to come into Rost. So when I got to Beta with the 2 cargo jobs, I had 65 grand. Then I got 1 to go up to Rost, so when we came back here, I dropped off the cargo. We've ended up with 70,000. So if we go into the shipyard, if we come over to our trusty laptop, we are going to be able to go to boats. And we can now buy Flippy. So, oh no wait, no, hold up. We already bought Flippy. We needed 70 grand for the upgrades. That's my bad. So, active boat, and now I'm going to leave the name and everything as is. If we get the steering upgrade, that's one thing I did not want. Did I want it? No, purely cosmetic. So, throttle, because the bottom one doesn't mention anything about being cosmetic. So, we'll grab that for 10 grand, install that. Then engine, the most important thing. And the 4th upgrade, which is 40 horsepower, is 30 grand. So we grab that and get it installed. And then the propeller is another 10 grand. So we grab that one too. We don't need the searchlight and we need to rig it. So we buy that and it's now rigged. And then maintenance, we are full. I'm just going to wash the boat. And we've got 19,000 left. And I think we'll be left with a couple of grand after this. Oh wait, no, it was 10 grand I was going to spend, wasn't it? We've got to run all the way down to the fishery. Then when we are at the fishery, I don't know how long this is going to last. We need to get... Oh wait, we need to buy bait? Because we need to get the gear. Oh no, I don't think I checked the price of bait. So we can buy shrimp, it's best for catching cod. So we can go to the one south of us and we can actually fish for cod. I'm going to spend 1,500 on the 10 kilo. I'd love to do that, but I don't think I have enough. So I need to buy all the other equipment as well. So I'm going to get 1 10 kilo block of bait. That's going to do us for the time being. And then in terms of gear, long lining, I'm going to do the 500 hooks. I don't know how that's going to go. It's quite expensive to get yourself set up for fishing. But now we have that, and we've only got 1 of them. I don't know what happens with that gear, but we now need to go to the shop and buy the rest of the gear we need. So in the shop, if we get a hook, because we're going to need one of those, and we're not doing net fishing, so I don't think we need one. They're very cheap. I'm going to buy one just in case. If I fancy a bit of jigging, I can get that. I don't need the power drill. I don't need any of that stuff for fish farms, and I don't need that. Flashlights I don't need. Binoculars are expensive. The tag system's expensive. So I'm going to buy that for 839. What's fish food? That's all just fish farm. So we should now have all of the equipment. How do I get the... If I go help, I'm just going to read up on these quick. So I think I've got the basics. We need to bait up our long lines before we start dropping them. Are they no bait equipped, unbaited hooks? Place the bucket there. So how do I actually bait them? Because there's not like full-blown instructions. Oh, this doesn't have a... We can enter the cabin then leave. See, we've got sonar here. Oh, there we go. We press... I had to go to inventory. We equip the bait. And then we hold down E. Pick up long line 500 baited hooks. So if I place the bucket there, no habitat for fishing in reach, that's fine because we're still docked. But now, if I enter the cabin, if we go to the external view, we undock, we should be good for heading out. I quite like this boat, you know. I don't know how we get crew. I'll figure all that out eventually. But yeah, I don't... Oh, crewmate 1 there is not available. It will come available during early access. But they haven't quite sorted that stuff out yet. But I was trying to find my fishing quotas, because I don't know how many cod I'm actually allowed in this boat. and when it refreshes and stuff. I mean, I'm more than happy to go for other types of fish. Okay, so I've set a little route that should show me a guide on the bottom left of the screen. It will show me roughly where to go to get to that fishing habitat. I'm not going to use autopilot or anything like that. Fingers crossed I don't embarrass myself with the fishing. I would like to say that I spent quite a decent amount of time doing the fishing side with long lines in North Atlantic. I'm just hoping we don't get a storm, because that weather's not nice. It's 7 degrees, we've got a wind of 8 knots, and it's raining. I don't like that. And you'll notice it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It was starting to get light at 2 a.m, which is absolutely baffling. It didn't really get like pitch black. It didn't get really dark at night time. It kind of just stayed. It went relatively dark, but then at 2 a.m it started getting light again. I mean, it weren't a problem for me. It helped me doing my cargo jobs. I'm pretty sure we should be able to see the fish when we go over the top of them, or when the sonar starts working. How far away are we? We're still quite far away. What's that? Oh, there's some out there. There's cod there. We need to get to there right now. I'm going to plot a route. We're going to go right to where the cod is. And I had a look, like, as I was reading through the help section. It says optimal time for these is around 12 to 17 hours. I think in North Atlantic it was about 18 hours until they were like ready to retrieve your long lines and sort all the fish out. I don't know what that interference is. It's at around 50 meters. We are getting some interference. It might be the fish, you know. These waves are really picking up. So if I come out of there, cast long line. Hold up, so is that going to carry on setting them? I believe we might be good for fish. I'm so nervous about wasting my long lines. Do they automatically drop, or do I have to keep dropping them? I don't get how this works. Long line, 100s. We've got to go to 510 meters. So we're at 280 meters. I don't really want to speed the boat up. I think we could go a little bit quicker. But I want to just... Oh wait, hold up. There's a grey marker there. What's that for? So we're at 430. It's dropped another one, hasn't it? I'm a little bit confused about this. I spent 10 grand on this long line, so I better not fail. So what do I do when we get to 510? Long line's being deployed. Hold up. Has it? I don't get what that thing is. Why is there a grey thing in the middle? I can't click on these or anything. So, I think now they're set. If I get this boat turned around... I'm going to take damage here. Because it's really choppy. I think I'm going to get us turned around. Then we're going to rest for a little bit. We can rest out at sea, right? So I'll do it a little bit less. I'll go 15 hours. They said optimal's 12 to 17. No, I'm going to go... I'll go 13 hours. Let's rest for 13 hours. Oh, it's just instant. I don't want to gather these and have nothing on them. How do I retrieve them? Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, I can see it. Got a red marker, which is very similar to North Atlantic. So I'm guessing that's how we do it. We have to get that on the right-hand side. And we need to have our hook ready. But I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do that with the water this choppy. Wait, maybe I didn't need it just yet. I've started reeling it in. Am I going to catch any fish? I don't know how to do this. Wait, is that a fish? Oh, got a fish. Wait, how do I hook it? I just stab it. Wait, did I lose that fish? Oh no, I don't know if I lost it. Oh no, what have I done? That's a biggie. Give me the fish. Wait, do I have to stab these? Am I placing these in my pocket? Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I've got a third one. I'm going to stab it now. I think I got it. This one's a monster. It's right in my face. Wait, our line's going... Why? Oh, this water's far too choppy. Oh, I don't want to be boring and turn... Well, I didn't want to be boring. I just don't know how I'm supposed to hook the fish. There was a fish there, right? There was. Yeah, all of my lines are gone. How much? Can I find out how much I've got? No bait equipped. 500 unbaited hooks. Wait, how did I got all my hooks back? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, it's only just... So we did catch fish. I believe. Because that is a large amount of fish, is it not? Long line with 500 hooks. I've got one. I can have 20. So this is the boat's inventory. That's where you go to see it. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. So I caught 87 pollock, 13 catfish, 50 haddock, 22 cod. Is that not a good haul? Like for your first ever haul? I have 866 kilos of pollock, 750 kilos of cod. I'm going to say if we make 5 to 10 grand, I'm happy. I have no idea how much we're going to have made. And fingers crossed we're nowhere near our quotas. I need to check the quotas and take note of them. So we are approaching Ross. We're not too far away. And I'm going to dock as close down here as I can. Because obviously the fishery's right down here. And we don't need a hook or anything. We don't need the shop. There is, however, something... I think we might have to go to the shop for... Oh wait, no, we get our bait from the fishery. There's a quest or a mission or whatever in the office. I think it's to catch 10 kilos of fish or something like that within 6 hours. Unless that's to... I don't know if that would be to use the jigger. The fishery's right there. So if I sell all my pollock, all my catfish, all my haddock, all my cod, 57,800. So I have no use for the fish. I might as well sell all of them. And that was actually 57 grand. There's no way. I used one line and got 58 grand. Like one 500 hook long line. What do they go up to though? 25 grand for 2,500 hooks. Oh, incompatible rigging on active boat. Item limit exceeded. No. If I can get the 250. I can't even get the 1,000. I'll get 3 more. So we can drop 4 each time. I believe that's going to be. And then in terms of bait. Do I try different baits? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to try shrimp. I'm going to keep it on shrimp. And I'm going to get... See, it's quite expensive buying your stuff because that's 12 grand. I'm actually going to buy 8 of those so that we can do 2 loads. I mean, I'm glad I got 58 grand for those. That was incredible. But I'm so glad I did because of the equipment I've just had to buy. I need to figure out where I see my quotas besides the shipyard. In the shipyard, I think you can see them. Only 4 tons of catfish. I don't know how often they... refresh either. But it says here as well, max fishing gear 4. The next fishing boat, the Conquest, is 1.45 mil. It's a little bit quicker. It says max crew 3. Long line, light cargo and net fishing. And then max fishing gear 10. And the quotas are quite a bit bigger. And yeah, so our 4 buckets are there. I'm guessing we can't get 4 this side because this is where we stand to reel in our, or haul in, whatever you call it, retrieve our long lines. Can I bait up all these buckets before we get there? I want to, as soon as it says you've entered a fish habitat, I want to drop a long line there. Where is my boat? So, if I equip the shrimp, and we go like that on that one, and then long line unbaited, so I'm guessing that's done the bottom ones. They're 500 hook things. Let me put that there. They are fully baited. All 4 of them are. And I've still got 2. So each, so it's 10 kilos per 500 hooks. I'm guessing that's how that works. But yeah, let's undock. Let's get back to the habitat. So the habitat is here. I've gone a little bit past it because I want the autopilot to keep taking me whilst I'm deploying long lines, if that's possible. I believe it will be, but if we go into here and we turn that on, then we go nav mode, set it to nav, and set the route so that goes green on the map. Then we speed up. Yeah, we should be good. If I leave, actually no, if I go back in there, and if I change the view, yeah, we should be good to get on the route and follow it. So when it pops up saying entered fish habitat, I'm going to drop the first long line. No habitat for fishing in reach. Okay, so we wait until that changes. Oh, I'm excited with the amount of money we've made. I am super excited to get this. Please, pretty please, if I could make 100 grand from this trip, I would be buzzing. There we go. Entered fish habitat. Cast long line. There we go. It's going to start deploying on its own. Oh, does the boat stick to the route that I set? I think it does. Hold up, let me... Yeah, rudder control is changing. It does say the autopilot's still on, but obviously the route's disappeared. I don't know what happens. I think the boat is turning. I don't know what happens when we finish dropping this long line. There goes the halfway thing. You know, the route I've set I don't think is actually long enough. These long lines are a lot... Like, I'm not even anticipating the length correctly. So we need to place another bucket there. So get bucket number 2. I'm going to leave it a moment before I drop it. I'm going to cast it now. We've left a little bit in between each one. So the second long line is now deployed. And look at that. Them lines are catching us fish. I'm going to quickly place the bucket and we're going to start casting that one. I'm just going to leave the boat going in a straight line, and I'm just going to deploy the long lines that way. When we get to the end, I'm going to leave it, I think around 13.5 hours, because that gives us a decent amount of time to actually haul these in. Or no, I'll do 13 hours, because that's when they are, I think it's 12 to 17 hours when they are optimal. So if I leave it, I'll go 13 hours on the nose. So we are almost done with the third. I'm just going to carry on in a straight line. So that's dropped that one. If I grab the last bucket, place it. I'm going to give it a second. We'll cast it now. They're a little bit closer together than ones. Do you know, that's mad to me. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The sun's coming up. It is so weird how that works. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to check how much fish we've got on board. I'm going to hook them all in. When we've done all 4 of the long lines, I'm then going to check our levels. But if I stop the boat, if we turn it around, our first one's there. I might as well just, before we do any of that, I'm just going to rest for 13 hours. So let's go up to there, click around here. I want about 30. Yeah, no, I was perfect. I was on the money. There we go. 13 hours. Let's rest. And once we have rested, if I now back us up, we need to grab that first one. I need to turn autopilot off. I don't know if we're going to move. We are. Quick, out of the cabin. How do I equip my hook? Why do I have to do it like that? Where's my thing? Where is it? I haven't landed on top of it, have I? Quick, let me do it. It's green. Do I really need that hook in hand? I've lost it. Are you... Oh, why is this so frustrating? Let me equip the hook while I'm holding it. Why, my boat is going nutty. What is wrong with it? Why is this so difficult? Okay, I got it. Thankfully and finally, I managed to get it. Let's wait for these fish to come up. There we go. Hopefully I can't fall into the water. Give me my fish. There we go, there's the first one. Can I fall in? No, thankfully I can't fall in. Come on, give me my fish. Give me my fish. Yes, 2 hooked. Oh, I love it, because I know this is making money. Here comes fish number 3. Oh, that's a tiny one. Am I going to miss it? No, I'm not. I got it. Can we lose fish if I don't get them off the hook? Look at this. Hello, you beauty. The line is starting to do its funky thing again because our boat just, I can't anchor down. Empty hook, not a good sign. And there we go, we got our bucket back. So, we use the map. We go up to there, we grab the second one. Oh, I'm absolutely loving it. So I see it approaching, and don't worry, I'm not going to leave you guys watching me fail at retrieving this over and over again. I mean, I might show you the first attempt. If you guys know how to, like, sort out a hotbar or something, so that I don't have to keep equipping the hook after the fact. Oh, here we go, it all starts. Yeah, if there's any way to make that easier, like even a hotkey. I might have to check for a hotkey, you know. Okay, I've hooked onto the second long line, and I just looked through the like mouse and keyboard controls. There are quick slots you can use. If I press 1 on my keyboard, it brings up the like call in for assistance to get towed. But I can't figure out how to set something as a quick slot item. I didn't even need to do anything. It auto hooked it then. Okay, so on our way, I've just left the boat and pressed 3 and it gets out our bait. Press 2 and it gets out the hook. For some reason, this water's really choppy. It's set the, unless they are in that order. Yeah, because if I press the bait one, then press, well, it'd be 4, the jigger comes out, 5 does the hook. So, quick, 1 is for SOS, 2's hook, 3's that, 4's jigging, 5's the yarn hook thing. That wasn't working before. I don't think it was anyway. Where's my... It's over there, okay. I thought I lost it for a moment then. Too busy looking at the bloody quick slot hotkey things. When I say I load easier, first time. Oh, I actually did. I got it first time, yay! Go me! First hook empty. Not a good sign. We need some fish. Please produce a fish. If it does... Oh, no, there are fish. I was going to say, if it does 2 empty hooks, then I know not to set the long lines until we get to the actual, like, map icons that say there are some in the area. Look at the size of it. Oh, I love it. Here comes fish number 3. Get that one on the hook. Come on, there's fish number 4. I can see it. Come on, up you come. Get on the boat. You are now mine. You're going to be sold for a nice profit. And then we head northwest up to the final one. So I do need to turn around a little bit. But I'm going to say, because I don't know how much weight's worth of fish we've got on board. But I'm going to say, if we get anywhere near 6 figures, that's a good haul. Obviously, I've got no idea how much we're going to catch, how much we're going to get for our catch. So, let's speed up a little bit more. This water is so choppy. And now if I quickly get out, press number 2, start hauling, done it first time again, yes. I'm a professional fisherman now. Our first hooks produced a fish. That's good, because we had only just entered the habitat when I dropped this long line. And we're at the far end of it too. Oh wait, no, that could mean that the last hook is empty. I really wish we could anchor, like even if it's just a setting, but whilst we're reeling in our long lines, because the line ends up at the back of the boat and you can barely see a thing. And there we go. I think that was a fish on every hook. But now all we've got to do is go back to Rost. And then we're going to be... so do we check? Do we see how many kilos we've got? Or do we leave it a surprise? Oh, I'm so tempted to look into the boat's inventory. But then we'd be able to get a rough sort of estimate as to how much we're going to get. So I'm not going to look. Or I'm going to look when we dock. Whilst we're on the water, I'm going to leave it. When we dock, I'll have a look. Just roughly at how many kilos we've got of each fish type. And then I close it straight away. We don't try figuring anything out. We go to the fishery, we sell it all. And for those of you that watched the last video for this, you'll understand now what I meant by the waiting time whilst you're fishing. Because doing cargo jobs, you can do them all around the clock. When it comes to the fishing, especially for the long lines, you need to wait between 12 and 17 hours for them to have like the optimal amount of fish on. So you need to do a load of resting, and therefore your time in game goes a lot quicker. Because obviously for a loan you get a whole month to pay back your first installment, and with cargo that would take forever to hit that like next month. Whereas with fishing, you're doing at least half a day every single time. Like every session you go out with your long lines, you're doing half a day minimum. I think we can just about in the distance see Rost. We've left the fish habitat. So yes, it's around this lighthouse down here. And I mean, I don't know how long the fish stay there for, but right at the beginning of the habitat, like the moment we entered it, we were still catching. We don't need to go down to them icons that always pop up around this sort of area. We can do it anywhere within the habitat. I kind of want them fish farms, but they're for a lot later in the game. Maybe when we've got the tier 2 fishing boat that's like 1.5 mil, we've got upgrades on it, we've got like 10 long lines dropping every time, because that's a load of money. But I also need to figure out these quotas, because I think it was in Fishing Barents Sea, their first game, the quotas refreshed. After they did an update for the game, the quotas refreshed or renewed once a year. If that's the case in this game, that year is going to take me probably 4 or 5 months in real time. And that's if I was playing the game every single day. I'm kind of hoping, because there's no information on it, that the quotas are just a sort of like a placeholder for the future. I'm hoping they don't actually exist. We are making some nice progress towards getting back to Rost. Oh yeah, and I had a look at the top right. It says amateur certificate. If we go here, you'll see until next certificate we need to get 150 kilometers. I'm guessing that's how much you've travelled out at sea. So we're a mile off upgrading from amateur. And not only that, I don't know how much XP we're getting for fishing, if we're getting any at all. I wouldn't mind going back to the cargo ship and doing some cargo runs every now and then. But fishing's obviously a lot more money, as we've seen. We did one long line our very first haul and got 58 grand. So we're just passing the little arm, or we're just about to pass the little arm into Rost. And I can tell you right now that my heart rate is picking up a little bit. I'm getting excited about seeing how much we're going to get for these fish. And when we dock, I'm going to check that inventory. I want to see how much we've got on board. I'm hoping we've got over 1,000 kilos of at least one type of fish. So I'm going to... I mean, it doesn't matter which one we dock at. I think when I go into the shipyard, it's all going to... I don't even know if we need to go into the shipyard. I'm going to dock it here. Come on. Now slow down. Turn around a little bit. Slow down, I said. No. Speed up a little bit. Slow down now. We need to move closer. Why? Why can't you dock me here? Must be parallel. Yeah, I know. I am closer. Hold up. Dock. There we go, we're safe. So very quickly, inventory, boat. Yeah, we've got over a ton of some. Oh, we've got so many fucking fish. Let's leave the boat. This has got to be decent money. I saw T next to it instead of kg, which is a ton. No, look at that. Oh my. So we got pollock, we got cod, haddock, catfish, haddock, catfish, cod, pollock, cod, haddock. And we got a lot of it. 198,000. So when I press this magic button at the bottom, boom, we're at 221 grand. You are joking. If I try buying another one of these... Oh yeah, item limit exceeded. Oh, so we are capped at literally 4 long lines. I do not mind at all. I'm going to buy another 4 of these just so that we've got some extra bait blocks. We've gone from taking a cargo job at Rost, getting 1,400 and getting like 100 odd XP. I don't think we get XP for fishing. I'm pretty sure that stayed the same. Yeah, we're 25 XP off leveling up. But yeah, we've gone from earning 1,400 money, like a little over 100 XP for a cargo job, then going down to beta, and we get, what, 6 grand, and we get 400 XP. We've gone to doing 4 long lines in one fishing trip, coming back and putting in 200 grand. It is that mental. If I wanted to right now, I could get the max engine upgrade for the roster, that first cargo boat, but I'm not going to bother. I do want to see the service boat. I don't know how much that pays, Because obviously this is still going to be quite grindy to level up the tiers of the boats. I would like to give this a wash though. It is serving us very well. I want to look after it. So cargo, no, we need a service boat. 45 grand for the first one, is that it? And they are quite quick. Oh yeah, I can't buy the tier 2, the 7 mil. Tier 3 is the 50 mil Scomcat. I think I'm going to watch some gameplay of the service just to see money and XP, because that's my main priority at the moment. I want to get to the tier 2 and the tier 3 ships, and I don't want it to take forever to do so. I don't mind putting in some time. I'm not expecting all of this to happen within like an hour. But not only that, I would like to use something like this. So I'm going to see what the sort of jobs are, how you get hold of them, and also how much you're being paid and how much XP you're getting. And you know what? The bank can fuck themselves. I'm not going to pay them loans back. I'm going to wait until they take the monthly payments for them. I don't even care. I want to save up to 1.5 mil, and I want us to get our hands on the tier 2 fishing boat. Because I want to be able to drop 10 long lines. I want to be able to eventually get up to the tier 3 fishing boat. And not only that, I don't know what's with the gutting and stuff. I believe you might be able to do that on the tier 2. I don't think they're going to make you have to go all the way up to tier 3. Like just to be able to gut some fish. But we are going to leave that adventure there. That was our first look at fishing in ships at sea. The first time I've ever done it. And I played this game on the launch of Early Access. I think I actually got hands on the game before it released. I can't quite remember. But that's going to wrap up our fishing adventure. And I'll see you guys in the next one.